Hi, folks. I'm saying hi to this scorching, dumb desert heat. It seems to have a mind of its own because every single time that I check the weather and it says it's finally gonna go into the 90s next week comes and goes, and then it says it's still 100, 110, 100 to 110. It's done this at least 6 times. Why is the weather such a pathological liar? Why? Stop lying to me. It's done that so many times over the summer. Just over the past month, it's said it several times. Oh, next week is gonna be in the 90s. It's gonna be in the 90s several days in a row. And then those days come around and it's still 1,000 degrees out. It's still triple digit weather. It's doing it again. It says on Tuesday and Wednesday it's gonna be 95 degrees, and then the next day is gonna be 94 degrees. Watch. I can guarantee you those days are gonna come and go. And it's gonna be 105, 108, 110, 169. It's driving me crazy. I'm tired of making videos in my house. I want to go out and make videos. I just feel like the summers last longer and longer and longer and longer. So I don't know where to go because I don't want to just make all the damn videos in my room and then people are going to be like, go touch grass. And I'm going to be like, I live in a hot, dry desert. There's no grass out here. All I can do is touch dirt. Not to mention I get bored sitting around in my room. Someone like me that is so hyper and stupid, I can't handle just sitting in my room unless I'm playing a video game. And then after a couple hours I get bored and I gotta go work out. Or I gotta go outside. I gotta go jump in a pool because there's nothing to do outside. It's too hot to do anything outside. So on an endless journey going outside, I can't find anywhere to do anything where I'm not gonna pass out from heat exhaustion. This is one of the only safe havens that I've really found that's nearby, where it's like, I walk down the street a little bit and I'm already just drenched in sweat, time to take the 50th shower of the day, and then I find this little tunnel and it feels like it's 30 degrees cooler down here. It's the only reason why I'm not dripping sweat everywhere. It's the only reason I have any real energy to make this stupid video and talk about this stupid video and complain about not even necessarily my life, because I don't really have any major issues with my life. I have my beef. My roast beef is with the heat. I am so tired of the heat. I have lived here most of my life. And ever since I was in my teen years, from that point onward, I've just been saying I am getting so sick and tired of living in an oven. 9 months out of the year, even 12 months out of the year. I'm just gonna say all year long, it is hot, hot, hot. It's either scorching oven heat, like you literally can't even go outside. It is so unbearable. That's during the summer. And then the rest of the year, it's still hot, or at best, it's uncomfortably warm. The last 2 to 3 winters in a row, it was warm. During the middle of December, January, the last 2 or 3 years in a row during those months, I was sweating when I went outside. I was just wearing a shirt and shorts like I'm wearing now. I mean, it's too hot to wear a shirt, obviously, but you get the point. I was just wearing shirt and shorts like I normally do. I don't own long pants because I have one pair of long pants specifically for if I'm going to be in an air-conditioned environment and I have to dress up for whatever reason, where I have to dress up and cover my legs. Other than that, the dozen pairs of pants I have, they are all shorts. They're either sport shorts, super lightweight, breathable sport shorts, or they're, Wranglers, cargo shorts, or Dickies shorts. That's it. And I have like 20 pairs of white t-shirts. That's why most of the shirts I wear that aren't collared shirts for going to work, every other shirt that I wear is a plain old white shirt because I bought like a 20-pack value pack for like $25 of plain white cotton t-shirts as an attempt to try to deflect some of the heat. I'm not kidding though, the last like 3 Decembers and Januaries, it was like 80 degrees out. During the middle of the day, there was no clouds. If you stood out in direct sunlight, I would literally start sweating. It is so loud. Even way down here, you can hear people going by blasting music. Do you hear that? It's another thing that I don't really like about it here. Over the past few years, it is becoming overpopulated. It is crazy. The crime is out of control. The cost of living has skyrocketed here. I remember like 10 years ago when I got into my first apartment, I got a 2-bedroom apartment for like $800. That same apartment that I was in for several years, that same exact apartment that was $800 is now like $1,400. And that is still considered on the cheaper end of things. Because a lot of other apartments, depending on where you go, the average price for a 2-bedroom apartment around here is anywhere from like $1,600 to $2,000 a month. So that's still technically considered on the lower end. But yeah, that's another problem. It's just so crowded here. I don't even feel safe driving a car anymore. I really don't even like driving because I've been in so many accidents. And yes, the other person was at fault both times, just for the record. Stupid dirt devil is passing through. If you haven't noticed, it actually feels good even though I'm being covered in dirt. I have to take another shower. But yeah, and now the only reason I'm not gonna lie, folks. The house I'm currently in, I am grandfathered into the rent. That's the only reason I'm not homeless right now. Because the rent at my house is like $400 to $700 less than all of my neighbors. Even though the rent keeps going up every time I gotta sign a new lease, the rent still goes up a little bit, and it's like, okay, I gotta figure out how to make more money. I don't really have to make more money, it's just like, it only goes up like $50, but it's going up and my wages aren't going up. Oh. But still, if my rent at my house was the same as all my neighbors, I would for sure be homeless, and that's the thing that scares me. I don't think I can afford, unless I live in the ghetto, like way downtown ghetto. Some of the places down there are even expensive, but that's the only place I'd be able to afford. That's why I'm not living down there. I'd rather be homeless in like a normal family-friendly area over having some dumpy apartment somewhere where I'm gonna get robbed every time I go down the street. So, yeah, I feel like this house that I've been in for a while now, it's gonna be the last house. It is going to be, if I can't afford it here anymore for whatever reason, I lose my job, whatever, or I just can't stand it anymore. If I leave this house, it's gonna be the last house, the last place that I'm gonna be in the stupid desert. It's gonna be the final straw, and I am getting out of this hellhole if I get out of this house. I am not gonna move to another apartment or another house in this stupid hellhole. I am going to go somewhere entirely different, whether it's up in the woods, but it's even more expensive up there, so I can't afford it. I don't know where I'm gonna go. That's the freaky part, folks. That's the freaky part. I have to deal with every month almost that I just have to keep dealing with this crap. Not to mention the traffic here is just so unbearable. Like half the people here are just driving like they're on drugs, or they're stupid, or they're driving like they're on a NASCAR track. So unbearable. Oh. Ideally, my ideal situation would be to move up to the woods. Maybe if I could find some kind of a living arrangement up there. I mean, I'm not kidding. If I could move up to the woods, if I had like some kind of an affordable room and I had a stable employment position up there, I would leave today. I would just pack whatever I could fit into a briefcase. Briefs, boxers, panties, G-strings, whitey-tidies, briefs.